I'm here with my friend Becky, and today we are going to make terrariums. Becky, can you tell us a little bit about the materials that we need to make these little plant worlds?
Well, you sort of want to think about it in pieces. So you want to have a foundation, something that you can build into, and then obviously the stars of your show here, and then what I would consider accoutrement.
The decoration.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So the first thing you want to do is create a place where you can build a little world. By that I mean maybe choose sand or rocks or something, usually to give myself something to build into so that the plants can stand on their own.
Okay.
You want to sort of fill the bottom. You can use play sand or something that you would just get at Home Depot, but I use this for the weight. We're using succulents because they last the longest and are very easy to plant in these things. You want to choose the things that you're most attracted to, a place to start, something you know you want to have in here. And from the largest focal, then build down. Typically we go sort of in the same color family. I like to sort of mock it up, like I said, so you're gonna put it in here. This we can't mock up because we have to take it apart. The ideal thing is to keep as much of a root ball as you can so that these things can survive. So we'll just knock off the end of this and give ourselves a little bit less height so we can get this sort of positioned where we want it. My personal taste on something that isn't closed is to have them sort of hang over the lip.
Yes, I love that idea. That's very pretty.
And then these you're gonna go in and just sort of place wherever you feel like is best. For me, in any terrarium, I like a little negative space. I like to be able to see the textures of the rocks that you're going to choose, and so it's nice to have some places where you just are going to expect to see flat land.
I like this idea that we're having things at different heights.
Now that you're at a position where you know you like these things where they are, it may be time to add another layer of sand so that you can get some of that sort of hilliness. We're using this as sort of a foundation, and then just for a nice finish, I like to go around the edges and just fill in so that everything is sort of tightly packed in. So now you'll see them start to want to stand up on their own. Will you fill me in right back here? Now we're going to finish and polish. And that means the stone that you've chosen that's very pretty.
I love this.
I would go ahead and just do full coverage. It's nice and white. It's going to be very complimentary.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty.
And then we get to accessorize.
Okay. Where can one buy these beautiful rocks?
If you're here with us in LA, I go to Bourget Brothers. They're basically an upscale landscape supplier. Certainly Home Depot or something like that will have items like this. If you really want to have a good time, you could do seashells or beads or all kinds of other things where you know, just kind of play with it and see what works for you. So you want to make sure that you're
covered
inside the plants as well, because as time passes, everything will settle. If there's anything that really appeals to you, maybe in our rocks, wood, and antler area.
Wow, there really are. Okay.
You want to maybe choose one or two things that are complementary, and if you choose more than one thing, it's my aesthetic to want to choose things that have very different shape or size that are in a similar family. I like to have some things that are tucked in as though this whole thing just grew naturally. Maybe a little in the back and a couple pieces here. Give yourself a nice focal point because I feel like this piece sort of goes this direction.
Yes, like this is the front.
So, run wild.
I think it's maybe done.
You did a great job.
Thank you for your help. I really love it. One more thing. What are some tips to keeping this happy and alive?
When I want to keep something like this lasting as long as possible, I like to put an ice cube at the base of each plant. In this case, maybe here, here, and here, and just let that melt down. So you don't have to worry about disrupting your little system that you have here. But ideally, you're going to eventually take these succulents out, plant them in your garden, and maybe start over. Here, I think you can probably get several weeks out of this arrangement.
Bex, thanks for coming today. I had fun. Yay.